Listen up, my friends, because this might be the most important video that you watch when it comes to actually building a foundation of success for your agency. What do most agency owners that seem to have the most amount of success in the shortest amount of time tend to have in common? They have a crystal clear plan. Agency owners that can't figure out what they should be doing to be successful, and agency owners that procrastinate themselves out of ever getting started on their journey all have one thing in common. They lack focus and they lack a clear sense of direction. This is a lot like playing a game of darts with a blindfold. Anything that comes your way is another possible distraction that's just going to pull you away from what you should actually be doing to have the most impact. I like to use Derek and I as an example because we're actually running an agency to this day. When we got started, we had one single goal: get our first client, and in turn, hope to quit our jobs. When we were getting started, we broke down exactly what we needed to do that. And then once we achieved getting our first client, we then put our sights on getting enough clients to be able to quit our 9-to-5 jobs for good. But at any given point, we knew exactly what the mission that we were on was. We predictably hit every single goal on our agency journey, and we did so efficiently as well. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it yourself in this video. The first thing that you want to do is you actually want to get very, very clear on what the goal is that you have for your agency in the next 12 months. If you're looking back on the past 12 months, a year from now, where do you want to be with your business? What exactly do you want to achieve with your agency? Do you want it to be a side hustle that makes you a little bit more money every month? What exactly is that dollar amount that you want to be making? Do you want to be able to quit your 9-to-5 job or avoid having to have one altogether? When Derek and I got started, we hated our 9-to-5 jobs and we were dead set on being able to quit it. Even though our agency started as a bit of a side hustle just to make a little bit more money every month, we quickly realized that this was something that could completely replace our income altogether. So what we did was we said, hey, what is the minimum amount of money that we need to be making, even if we're going to take a big pay cut, to cover all of our expenses, live a decent lifestyle, be able to take some trips every year, but most importantly, to be able to quit our 9-to-5 jobs altogether and achieve digital freedom. We added it all up and we came to the conclusion that it was roughly $60,000 to $70,000 US that we needed to be making. We definitely wouldn't be swimming in dough, we wouldn't be staying at penthouses in New York, but it would definitely be enough that we could leave our 9-to-5 jobs and live a pretty cool life. If we wanted to travel full-time in a van, we could do it. If we wanted to go to Colombia and live there for a while, like a digital nomad, we'd have enough income to be able to do that while still catering to all of our responsibilities. We got very, very clear on that exact number. We wrote it down and we tracked all of our progress against that dollar amount, so we had full visibility to where we were trying to go and how close we were to getting there. The second thing that you want to do is actually create a visual vision around this goal for yourself. This vision and this visual is going to be reminding you of your why, or why it is that you're doing the things that you're doing and going through the hardship and struggle of starting a business. Starting a business is not easy. I don't care what anybody says. If it was easy to start a business, everyone would be Jeff Bezos. There's going to be times where you don't feel like doing the work and you need to break through your old identity of somebody who wouldn't do the work and to become the type of entrepreneur that does the things that are going to make them successful. This is why in the SMMA Blueprint program, one of the first things that we have our students do is I walk you through how to create a robust vision board that actualizes your why visually. The reason for this is that motivation is fleeting. You hear about SMMA, you get super excited, and that motivation and that initial honeymoon phase fades over time. It's time to actually do the work. Ask any productivity expert and they'll let you know that motivation is a finite resource. It doesn't matter what you're doing, novelty fades. Because of this, our vision board and our why and that visual representation is something that we can go back to again and again and again to remind ourselves of why we're getting started. When you think about your why though, a dollar amount really isn't enough. To say that, oh, I want to make $1 million, that's not really enough to get you actually motivated. Having your why just be an arbitrary amount of cash that you want to be able to make or an income number is a lot like saying that you want to have a full tank of gas versus visualizing a Ferrari for yourself. Nobody does that. So get laser focused on what the type of lifestyle that you actually want to live actually looks like. Here are some questions to get you going. What do you want to be spending your time doing when you're not working on your agency? What kind of car do you drive? Where do you live? What does your lifestyle look like as a whole? Who do you spend your time with? Put these on your vision board, and if you want to learn how to create a vision board, either Google it, or if you join the SMMA Blueprint program, I'll take you through exactly how I've created mine and how thousands of other students have created theirs. The third thing that you want to do is you want to work backwards from that goal that you have for yourself and figure out the exact steps that it's going to take. The surprising thing about creating an actual vision for ourselves and actually getting laser focused on what it's going to take to get there is that usually it's a lot cheaper and a lot easier than we think. I was honestly shocked when Derek and I actually did the napkin math on what our lifestyle would actually cost and what it would take to travel a little bit more and to fire our bosses. And it was eye-openingly cheap. $60,000 to $70,000 was almost half of what I was actually taking home at the time and that I thought that I needed to make. Did I want to stop at $60,000 to $70,000 with our agency? Absolutely not. I mean, we're running a 7-figure business today. I definitely wanted to grow beyond that, but that gave me confidence and that gave me visibility to the actual dollar amount that I needed to hit, and we could start working backwards from there. The other interesting thing is that a lot of people actually overcomplicate what it's going to take to actually hit their goals that they have for themselves with their agency. Let's actually do some napkin math on this to show you exactly what I mean. Let's say that I'm just an individual person looking to start an agency, maybe like yourself. I need $60,000 to $70,000 US in order to make ends meet and to live a pretty cool life. This is so ridiculously obtainable, it's actually crazy. Let's work backwards from that 60 to 70K, and I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is and the exact steps to take. For simplicity's sake here for the video, let's say we got to hit that high number, $70,000 US. Broken down month by month, that's $883 per month. At $1,000 minimum retainer, which is what I recommend most agency owners these days get started at to work with clients, that's 6 clients per month. Now let's say that we're going to start there because we're just getting started. For our first couple clients, we'll charge $1,000, but we're going to slowly increase our rates over time. Also say we're starting completely from scratch and we're going to set a modest goal of adding 1 client per month. The first 3 months, we add 1 client at $1,000 per month, and then we increase our rate to $1,500 per month. This means that to hit that $6,000 per month that we need to be at, or $5,883, that'll be 3 clients at $1,000 per month and 2 clients at $1,500 per month, $6,000 US per month. Because of raising our rates a bit, this means that instead of having to have 6 clients at 1K, we only need to have 5 total clients, which lightens our workload. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, Dave, that sounds easy enough, but how do I actually get clients? Isn't that the hard part? I personally have found that the single best place for new agency owners to get started with, and a place that continues to print clients for our agency, is cold email. It's also one of the most scalable ways for new agency owners to get clients, especially if you work a 9-to-5 job and need to do these things outside of normal business hours. Cold email is a great way to do that. So let's do the numbers and let's pretend that we have some really terrible conversion metrics here. Let's say for every 100 emails that you send, you get 1 single reply. Let's also say that out of every 3 replies that you get, only 1 of them is positive, the other 2 are negative. This means that to get 1 positive reply and to set a meeting, we would need to have 300 total emails sent. I have no doubt, especially if you grab the cold email scripts that we give away for free in the description down below, or join the SMMA blueprint where we talk you through how to do all of this in a scalable manner, your metrics will be much, much higher than this. But just for the sake of the video, let's pretend that these terrible metrics are actually what we're dealing with. So for every 300 emails that we're sending, we're getting 1 single meeting. Let's also say that because you're new, your sales tactics really aren't the best and you haven't had the SMMA blueprint getting clients training. You're only closing 1 in 7 people that you meet with. To go back to the napkin math here, this means that if you send 2,100 emails, you'll be getting 1 single client, right? Because to get 1 meeting takes 300 emails and it takes us 7 meetings to get 1 single client. This is pretty eye-opening when you actually think about it, because this means that if you actually only send 70 emails per day for a 30-day period, you will be closing 1 client like clockwork. If we do this and we repeat it month after month, we'll have hit our goal in 5 months. The fourth thing that you want to do here is you actually want to track and measure your progress towards the goal that you set for yourself. There's a great quote that says, what gets measured gets managed, and I really can't tell you how easy it is to overestimate the work that you're doing for yourself. Heck, when Derek and I were first getting started sending our emails out, I can't tell you how many times I thought I had actually sent out 100 emails only to realize that it had been 20 to 25 when I went and counted them. So I suggest using a post-it note on your desk, tracking how many emails are being sent, or use some sort of email automation system like we teach you on other videos in this channel. This way you'll actually be certain that you're hitting the types of email numbers that it's going to take for you to close those clients and get them in the door. I'm a big fan of doing something called gamification, which basically just means visually representing your progress against your goal and against the tactics that you're saying that you're going to be doing for yourself every single day. So I actually created a Notion habit tracker. You guys can grab that in the description down below if you want to use that for your own business. What this does is it actually actually visually represents your progress day after day after day. So you can see week over week, month over month, year after year, how much work have I actually done against my goal and how much work have I actually done against the promises that I made to myself. Check out those links in the description down below. We've got a lot of other free stuff for you as well to get you started on your agency journey, like website templates, contracts, all sorts of stuff. Just check that out in the description. A great video to watch after this one, especially if you're new on your agency journey, would be this one right here, where Derek takes you through step by step everything that you need to do to get your agency launched and off the ground.